We're back with Tutorial Tuesday Takeover. That is a dope song, and welcome back to the Tutorial Tuesday Takeover. Today, we are diving into how to actually get your song started within Logic. So you already know how to make a software instrument. What do we do now? The first and most important thing, I think, is your tempo. And up here you can see it starts at 120. Your tempo is how fast your song is going. Let's say Don't Stop Believin'. Don't stop believin'. You can hear that. That tempo is about here. 1, 2, 3, 4. How fast is that? Well, you can either use something like this, which is a tap BPM counter where I can click my mouse. About 131 it says. I'll set this to 131. Click K to turn on and off my metronome while I'm playing. That sounds pretty good if I was doing Don't Stop Believin'. So let's say you want to make a beat that's cool. We can guess it's going to be a little slower, maybe a little slower than that. I think the easiest way to find the tempo you want is by just clicking play, turning on the metronome, and moving this up and down until you find the one you like. Great, great, great. Now that we have our tempo, we can start picking our instruments and seeing what we want to do. Let's say we want to go into pianos and maybe the experimental ghost piano. Weird and cool. Let's say I just hit play and I was letting the click play for a while and I played along and I did a whole bunch of stuff and I really like something I just did. I can actually do Shift R and it captures the recording. The other way to actually record in is by clicking R, and now we're recording. And then I would hit the space bar and I can stop. Now that's all recorded. Let's say I like the second one. I'm going to move that whole region over. And now if I click up here, this is our loop. I can select those 4 measures and play them over and over and over. So I can go find my next instrument. Let's say I want to find some studio horns. We can find a 3-piece horn section. So let's record. Now, the last thing I will show you before I go is if you double click on this, it will open it up in our piano roll, this is called. And now I can actually view the notes on a grid that is in time and showing me what notes I hit. If I click on it, you'll hear it. I can do Command A to select all, and then I can do what's called quantizing, and that's locking it to the grid. Now, sometimes you want to use this, sometimes you don't. A lot of times for drums it's popular, so you can keep everything nice and tight. Maybe for some of your pitched instruments, you don't want to do that. It totally depends on the song. For this one, let's say I want to. I'm going to do 1/8 notes. If I pick a note that's too short, if I pick quarter notes, I can see that these are all on top of each other now, so that's probably too slow of a note, so I need to pick a faster one. 1/8 notes, there, it looks like everything's right. If I did 16th notes, nothing changed at all. So 1/8 notes was good, and now those are locked onto the grid. Same thing down here. I can select all, and I can lock those onto the grid too, and now everything is together. That is how you get started making your song in Logic. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Tutorial Tuesday Takeover. Remember to go subscribe so you never miss a beat.